Guess where we're going?
Where?
Charleston.
Charleston, South Carolina.
Gonna go get me some shrimp and grits.
Yeah. So we're heading to Charleston, but so Pam's getting in the car. I'll get in the car next. But let's see who's already in the car.
Meka, you ready to go?
She's excited because she hadn't had an adventure, and it's been a while since we've had an adventure, right, Meka? We gonna have an adventure? Where are we going? You want to go? Gonna go? Yeah. She's like, let's get to Charleston. I heard it's pretty good for dogs too. All right. So we just spoke with a local, and I knew some of this, but in Charleston, Fort Sumter is where the first shot of the Civil War was fired, and I'll try and show that to you. It's out in the middle of the harbor here. I'll get to the front here, but then we can go to Fort Moultrie, where the first shot was fired from, or at least they fired at that fort, and we can walk into that as well. So we're going to go do that here in a little bit, but this is Battery Park.
And we've traveled south, and it's warmed up.
Summer again.
It's summer again.
It's yeah, definitely warmer. We had the ACs on a little bit yesterday and this morning. So actually we had the heat on this morning, but then the ACs came on this afternoon. So let's go take a look at Fort Sumter. Kind of see, this is a little hard to see out there, but Fort Sumter is right about there. Fort Moultrie is right about over here. And then Fort Johnson is over here. So 3 forts in the in Charleston Harbor. And I guess what this is saying is actually Fort Johnson was the first shot in Civil War, and Fort Moultrie was the first complete victory in Revolution. I guess in the Revolutionary War. I'll have to check into that. And I thought I knew my history, but apparently I don't know my history as well as I thought I did. Need to go back to the books. So we're going to go check out Fort Moultrie here in a little bit. It's a drive, but we're going to go check that out. If we listen to him, we'll get the real history. So let's try and tag along. We might learn something here. There's actually off in the distance, you probably can or can't see it in here, but there's a carrier, and I don't know which one that is. I guess we should have studied a little bit more. But here comes another carriage ride. We better hurry up so we can catch our flight back. I think that's a C-130. There are historical markers all over the city of Charleston. This one talks about an enslaved harbor pilot who commandeered a vessel and delivered to the federal forces. He was granted his freedom and then also was made captain of that ship. After the Civil War, he returned back to South Carolina to become a state legislator.
Come along nicely. Don't get any ideas about running away. My horse and my side make quick work of you.
Whoa! We better get out of here. That's a bit. That's very good Halloween stuff. Very convincing.
Yeah.
Very good. Lots of live oaks. I don't see a lot of Spanish moss though.
Pretty. They, yeah. I don't know. Maybe they clean.
Maybe they're mossless, or they clean these up. I didn't see. We'll have to find some Spanish moss trees.
Well,
live
the
tree.
one there by the where our RV campsite is.
Yeah, we'll show you that.
Oh my
in a little
goodness,
bit.
they're beautiful.
Miss.
Hunting squirrels. We don't hunt rabbits, we hunt squirrels.
She tries and she never gets them, but she keeps trying. She's looking. Look, Meka, squirrel, squirrel.
She's looking. Notice how her walk, how
Changes.
her gait changes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like two words that make her stand to attention. That is squirrel, see, and let's go. You want to go?
Or walk.
Or walk, yeah, that's it. I think this is where those guys were buried, the pirates.
We're gonna go check what out?
The sign here, see what it says.
White Coast Garden.
Yep. This is where they buried that pirate. The gentleman pirate and all those men. Good for them. They deserve it. We're gonna get some video as the lunch came, but we're like really hungry, so we didn't want to wait.
It's 3 o'clock.
We eat lunch at 3 o'clock, but this is what's kind of left so far. What was it? A brine green tomato
This is
BLT.
with pimento cheese and I forgot what the other aioli or something is. Oh my goodness, it's
Some kind of
really
like
good.
Greek souvlaki, Greek salad. Not two Greeks, but two Greeks. And yeah, the BLT is great, but got to get back to eating because I'm still hungry.
Sorry,
So here's the result of how hungry we were for lunch. Not many leftovers. Did you enjoy it?
It was so good. I feel like just like licking my plate. But
Get a to-go box for that, I guess. But the Brown Dog Deli in Charleston, pretty good. Now we.
so it was fried green tomatoes with bacon, lettuce, pimento cheese, and pepper jelly. And it was really good.
It's a foodie town. So this is Fort Moultrie outside of Charleston. It's right across the harbor. I kind of pointed that out earlier with Fort Sumter, which is kind of straight away that way. We'll look at it. But this fort actually has history starting back to the Revolutionary War as kind of a guarding area, and then into the Civil War, and then even into World War I and World War II. I'm not sure how much service it saw in World War II, but certainly in the Civil War saw a lot of service, and you can see some of the armaments here of this artillery, and we'll show you the other area which was clearly Civil War era. But just look at the size of those cannons, and then how they actually moved those on wheels. You can kind of see the size of the cannon itself, and then those are not bowling balls. They're probably 3 times the size of a bowling ball, and that was the armament. So imagine a ship getting hit by one of those things. This is a Civil War era artillery that's actually pointed right towards Charleston Harbor, and kind of looking, but can't see Fort Sumter on this. Actually, I can see it. Yeah, let's see if you can see it between those 2 trees up there. Nothing like looking down the barrel of an artillery. Fire, Commander! Give the order.
Fire in the hole! Oh, that's a bomb.
That's
I
a
mean,
bomb, yeah. That's
a hand grenade.
A grenade. Give the order. Captain, what should we do?
Are you asking me, or what do you lost?
Obviously, she didn't go to military academy, but let's see. We'll give her one more shot. We'll give her one more chance to give the order. The Confederate Oh, wait, you are Confederate. I'm a Union.
Fire the cannons!
Fire the cannons at the enemy. Whatever.
Would that be right?
That'd be right. That'd be close.
Wow, look at that. What is this big boat?
So, I don't know. What is it? A ship or a boat?
It's a ship.
Coming in?
Yes. No, it's headed out, actually. Is it just a barge?
Oh, that.
Yeah.
That's a container ship. Oh, look at this. Get ready. Get ready. This we're going to do a practice run like if we're firing.
Maybe these are like...
They're target practice. That is a big ship coming out of Charleston Harbor.
They brought it in from California.
I'm going to scratch that because that gets political.
No, I'm saying maybe
political.
this was a ship that was waiting in California that has
made it.
They'd have to go down through the Panama Canal and then come back up into Florida. Right?
Right. It could happen. It could happen. Yeah,
it could happen. Look at that.
Huh?
That's all the toilet paper we've been looking for.
I know.
Oh, I don't know if I get down.
This is going to be interesting here. It's going to make good video.
Wait a minute. Okay. How do I get up here?
See if you can turn it.
Spin them. Yeah. Just push a little bit, see if you can spin it. I bet
Come on, girls. You can do it. Let's see if you can spin it. See if you can spin it. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Oh, Lord. I bet you they glued them for posterity.
Yeah, they've been in that position for a long time. No, wait a minute.
They have a museum on site that details a lot about all the forts in the Charleston area, especially Fort Moultrie. We just didn't have a chance, based on the time that we got there, to see it all.
This is kind of like how to do, we should do a video tour, book tour, how to do Charleston in a day.
I'm not sure we would be.
Because we're
Very
moving.
good tour guides.
We're moving quick. Now we're out at the Isle of Palms. Actually, we decided we're going to stay in Charleston for another day, but we're now at the Isle of
We're
Palms
thinking we might
beach area. So,
stay here forever.
yeah, well, Pam's staying with me.
Hi.
Hey there, may stay here forever. Buying a house, maybe after the RV thing, maybe in our future here. It's a beautiful area. So let's go check out Isle of Palms beach area.
Wow, this is really pretty. Let's dig in. Yum.
Well fleets, non-well fleets, non-well fleets, and non-well fleets. Because I can't remember what they were.
Prince Edward.
Prince Edward. Rocky. No, those are Rocky Roads, South Carolina. Prince Edward, the small ones, and some other place. All right. Salute.
Since we only had 2 full days in Charleston, everything seemed to be a bit rushed. We wanted to catch all the important sites, and one of the things that Pam wanted to see as well was Angel Oak.
So by now you know that I like history, and Pam likes plants. So we're actually combining
Trees,
the two.
flowers, grasses, ferns.
So we're combining the two with history and plants, and we're going to see the angel live oak tree. And Angel oak, and it's in outside of Charleston. Pam will tell you about it when we see it. It's pretty amazing, and you can just see by all the cars that are here. It must be pretty amazing for them too.
I think it's at least a 3-mile walk down here.
I don't know, but we need the exercise, so we'll take it.
dating back to 1717. It was in a family that passed it on for a few generations, and then at some point it was a, I guess, a settlement and a marriage dispute that was left to the Angels. Well, their last name was Angel.
You could put a tree in a divorce decree. That's interesting.
They don't say what year that happened, but
they needed to get some hedge trimmers or something because that thing needed to be trimmed.
Hence the name, the Angel Oak. But it's actually on St. John Island, just outside of Charleston, South Carolina. And if you're in this area, it's a must-see because honestly, I've never seen anything like it before. But
let's see if you can do it.
Anyway,
come on, Meka.
Let's go.
Too many things in the way. Okay, hang it.
Okay.
Hang it. Too many things in the way.
Can she do it?
I don't know. I don't think so. I got too many things in the way.
She's going to need a lift. I think we're going to have to get an elevator.
Come here. Come on. Right.
Oh. A few other things I failed to mention is so it's about 65 feet tall, which is pretty tall for a live oak.
I mean, all those things that you were mentioning, you didn't mention that?
No, what I failed to mention was that it actually the shade of the tree covers 17,000 square feet. That's a lot.
Is this going to be the angel tree video? Because we got a lot of facts on angel tree. Speaking of angel tree, I hope I don't have this tree behind me.
No, actually, it's really interesting though because the area is covered with live oaks, and none of them look even similar whatsoever to that one. But let's see if we can't avoid some trees.
Yeah, let's not hit the other tree because that'll be 2 for 2.
So it was time to head back to Charleston to catch the Fort Sumter tour boat. But in the meantime, we had a chance to stop and view some of the low country of the Carolinas.
Home is Carolina. Home is Carolina. Where have you been? Home is Carolina. Home is Carolina. Where have you been? All these thoughts keep running through my head. Things that I quite can't understand. I'll never feel the same way I did when we were young. But I blame myself every time you run. Home is Carolina. Home is Carolina. Where have you been? Home is Carolina.
Boarding at another boat. It's the boat.
We like the water and boats.
So we're boarding the ferry to Fort Sumter. We went to Fort Moultrie yesterday and Fort Sumter today. So we're doing the whole Civil War thing. A couple little research, and that is the Uss Yorktown out there, but it's not the real Yorktown. We did a little bit of research because I thought the Yorktown would be awesome to go visit as well. But it's actually a ship that was birthed in 1943 and had not been named when the Yorktown suffered its defeat at Midway and eventual sinking. Then this was renamed as the Yorktown, but it's the same class of aircraft carrier, the Essex class aircraft carrier. So you can see the difference in the Canon mechanisms. This one has the rail in which it went left and right is still intact, but you can tell worn. And then the mechanism to move it forward is here towards those doors. it's interesting because while these appear to be more protected than the ones at Fort Moultrie, these look more original just because they're still definitely weather worn, and looks like they're a little more protected. The fort is definitely different than it was back then. Looks like some of it's been rebuilt, but it was actually I think 2 more stories than this. But we're going to go into the middle part here in just a second, and that may be the original part as well. The mines, they spread across the harbor, were actually controlled from this room here, which is actually interesting. I always thought they would be tripped via the ship themselves, but they were able to monitor ship entry into the port and then basically detonate the mine from here. Pretty sophisticated stuff for back.
When I think about our freedom and all my liberties, I thank God I'm American. I have the right to speak my mind, and I can worship as I please. Thank God I'm American. Oh, I will hold our banner high, and I stand proud of every star and stripe. I can vote for who I want to, take any road I choose. Thank God I'm American. There's at least 1 billion people who would love to wear my shoes. Thank God I'm American. Yes, I will hold our banner high, and I stand proud of every star.
At Fort Sumter, what I learned is that it actually it was a U.S. federal stronghold for, before the Civil War. Then in 1861, the Confederates took over the fort, and then it basically for 3 or 4 years suffered continuous bombardment from the Union forces trying to take it back. What Pam learned today is there's 13 varieties of butterflies on Fort Sumter. Oh, just one, okay. But a couple different colors.
You're a strong young
They were very
looking
pretty. We'll show you a picture of that.
You too are deluding yourself.
All right. Back on the Charleston.
What we leave behind us are those painful thoughts, and then we can get back to the place that we began. Oh, Miss Carolina, oh, Miss Carolina, where have you been? Oh, Miss Carolina, oh, Miss Carolina, where have you been? Where have you been? Oh, Miss Carolina, oh, Miss Carolina, where have you been? Where have you been? Where have you been, Miss Carolina? Oh, Miss Carolina, where have you been?
Up next on the Roadsmiths, we turn west and start heading back toward Texas.